Yo, what up, people? Smithers to motherfucking R here today, of course, to give you guys Diamond No Ace or Ace of Diamonds episode 6 motherfucking review. And guess what? I was partially right, and I enjoyed this episode because it had a little extra twist on it that I didn't see coming. And you know what? Last week's episode, I was a little bit too harsh on this dude. I really was. I mean, this episode, its flashbacks made me really enjoy this character. And how everybody thought he's like a monster, he's crazy powerful, and he just wants this dude to get his catch. And at first I was like, oh my god, he's his rival, but at the same time I was like, where's Edgin? He's not getting that big shine. But then I'm like, well, you know what? I might actually enjoy if this like this dual pitcher situation, because this dude's story is pretty interesting now too. And we also possibly meet their batter. And this dude, because of him, it gave Edgin the extra push that he needed in order to hit that plate, in order to make that fucking base. And it may have been the only one, but it still was a big achievement. And of course, because of him, he was able to get a home run, the very first one, even though he isn't a pitcher or a runner. Even though he isn't a fucking runner or a batter, he is just a pitcher. And he still got a run. And this is what surprised me. The coach was going to end the game. But now he's on this whole thing where it's like basically, this team will decide. I'll let the first years decide if they want to quit or not. And he's going about the whole thing about you only get one chance. There's no second chances in this. You have to give it your all the time. Because you never know if this might be your last chance before you're out, before you're screwed. You know, every chance could be your last. So you better take and give it your one. You get what the fuck it is, okay? Every single chance you gotta treat it as it's your last. That's basically what the coach is all about. And so is Edgin. He's really about that. He isn't gonna stop giving up. Fuck. He isn't gonna stop. He isn't gonna give up. That's just his character. And the way that he inspires his team is through they all hate him. Which I'm enjoying, because it's like, he has his unorthodox ways. And oh my god, this dude pitching. Basically, the first years are into it, they can't let him take advantage. They can't be like, yo, oh my god, look at this dude. We're not letting him outshow us. No, he's a fucking loser. He wasn't even on the team before. We gotta represent ourselves. And so the game continues. And Edgin is pitching, and you have to notice something about his pitching. He's throwing it straight down the middle. And it's like a simple reason why he's doing it, but it also isn't. You see, the simple reason why he's doing it is because he doesn't want to overcomplicate things. He doesn't want to confuse himself and shit like that. You know, he's just pretty simple. It's like straight down the middle. He's announcing it to everybody. And it could be because he knows if he goes full crazy out powerful. But I can't really say that because he did technically go crazy out powerful. But it wasn't like his regular pitches that were very strong, where it's just like all over the place. Just fucking over here, then fucking goes up in the air, then comes down. Like you don't know what the fuck's going on with that ball. And so he said that he threw it with like all his heart, and he did, but I still want to say that that wasn't his best. It had his heart in it, but that wasn't his best. He didn't tap his full potential yet. No, he didn't. But either way, we see exactly what these pitches do. They hit the ball. And notice how it is an easy catch for whoever he hits it towards. And this is when I realized what's happening. You see, Edgin, she's just throwing it straight down the middle. And so they hit it, but at the last moment, the ball will curve in a certain way at the very last moment before it hits it. And so they hit the ball, but as I see it, Edgin is subconsciously or consciously controlling where the ball will go. Like, he really is. Like, they haven't said it yet, but that's what I'm seeing. Because this isn't just coincidence. Like, these guys are catching it easy, and Edgin, it's like he knows where everything's gonna go. It's like, you know, he throws it, and then he already knows. He's setting up exactly what's gonna happen. He knows exactly how they're gonna swing at it, and he can just curve it this little one direction and send it directly towards somebody. And so that is a great thing that he might not even be aware of. And that could just be just a coincidence, but if it isn't a coincidence, then that's a big deal. Edgen just stepped his game up, and if they notice that, it's like, whoa. They didn't, however, say anything about it, so that's why I'm saying it could be coincidence. But if it isn't coincidence, then damn. Damn. Either way, his roommate comes up, stepping to the plate. He isn't gonna give Edgen. He's like, give me all you got. Edgen does, fucking no, out the, fucking yeah, home run, nigga run around. And Edgen, he takes this defeat, and it just makes him more pumped. And so the coach is now seeing this, and he's just like, whoa, like this kid is really pumped. Like what's about to, like he just took this utter defeat. He just lost in a battle of power, a battle of strength, a battle of wills. He just lost. And he's just like smiling about it. He isn't phased at all. And so that's a very big thing. He's motivating his team, but his team also fucking hates him. And they want to do better than him. So in a way, he's like a perfect ace. Because he is getting his team fired up. It just isn't in the conventional way. And so I'm just like, yes. My boy's getting the showtime. Like, yes. And now he's about to start pitching. And I thought, now this is the time, because it ended at right after that. But now this is the time in the next week's episode where the game will continue. And then the game's obviously going to be over next week's episode. Like halfway through. If not like a quarter of the way through. And so how I see it is this next pitch, he might do something crazy. He might make the ball go everywhere and everybody will be surprised and it's like, wow. Like, he might get that little boost of energy like, yes, I was already defeated. Now it won't ever happen again. Like, he could be like that, one of those motherfuckers. And then he just goes fucking crazy with this next pitch and blows this dude out the water. And everybody's like utterly shocked. I could see that possibly happening. But either way, even if that doesn't, Edgen really proved himself in this episode. And so, I'm enjoying that. And I'm digging all these other characters. And this dude with the bat, who's always covering his eyes, I'm interested in him. Like, I'm like, yo, what's up with this dude? He's a very interesting guy. He's peculiar. He's this dude who's batting. I still haven't caught his name yet. I haven't got used to it. But how he's always covering his eyes with like his fucking hair and his cap, but yet he has this sense about him like he's a very strong player. I see him being a part of this group, like this like top of the notch first year, second, this top notch group. I see them being like acquaintances and friends throughout this fucking anime. I really do. Throughout the anime, I see them becoming like a close-knit unit. I mean, we got the Chew pitchers, we got, of course, the fucking catcher, then we got this dude, and this dude's the batter, and so, technically speaking, you got your good group. You really do. And now they're gonna add more people onto that, like, yeah, we got the left fielder, we got all this, and so we're gonna have to see how this progresses. But either way, Edgen did an okay job, and he takes defeat very well. And so, yeah, 9 out of 10, this episode was good. It really was. And if this turns out that the ball control was actually his own doing, even if it's unconscious, yes. Yes, that's true skill. Like, that can't be coincidence. If it is, though, that'd be surprising. But if it isn't, I'll be like, yo, that's not coincidence. Like, yo, this dude, he's doing some crazy-ass shit. Like, he can control where the ball is going to go. He can make that shit land in his fucking mitt. He can like fucking pitch that shit at your ass and be like, gotcha. Like, I could see him possibly doing something like that if it isn't just coincidence. I really could. We'll have to see what happens. So with that being said, Smithers to motherfucking R. Peace the fuck out.